Reezy Resells. Follow the hustle.
Hey guys, back at the warehouse with these 800 books, and we're going to box them up and ship them off to Amazon FBA, but you cannot just put them into the box. You have to scan them as they go into the box. This is called box contents. What this means is Amazon wants to know where each and every book is per box location. So ScanLister, the software that we use to make shipments for FBA and that I recommend everyone else to use, check out the link down there, scanlister.com/Reezy. It has a great interface for box contents. And let me show you how that works. Once you have ScanLister open, you click here and click Box Contents. And then it will say Getting Shipment Info from Amazon, Info. And then click there, 779 units. And then click OK. And it will import the details into ScanLister. And then the screen will pop up to show you the box content interface. And this is what we're going to be using to pack the books into boxes and make sure that Amazon knows what book is in what box, because otherwise it costs 20 cents a unit to not have to do this. And with our average profit being under $3, we're definitely not going to pay 20 cents a unit to not have to do this. But that's okay, because thanks to ScanLister, you can do it pretty fast. That's a big nugget, guys. So before you get a warehouse and go into something like this, make sure you find out what internet you can get and where you can get it. Unfortunately, I signed a year lease for this warehouse without doing that, and it was a very expensive mistake. We already went through a DSL provider. It wasn't fast enough. We switched to a satellite provider, HughesNet. It was a little bit faster, but still not good enough. It's literally taking 10 seconds per live lookup on our scanning app, which is terrible. And I'll go into why we do live lookup in another video. In about a week or so, we have an appointment with a local ISP called Cruizio that's going to give us cable internet at 75 megabits, not bytes. Do the math on that. But anyways, it's going to be good for us. It's almost 10 megabytes a second. That should really speed things along. But that, if anything, is a huge nugget that I wanted to share with you guys. Before you tie yourself into a lease at a warehouse or an office or something, make sure you can get good internet first. How do you do this? Talk to the companies, the providers, but also talk to your neighbors or your potential neighbors and see what kind of internet they have, because if they can't get good internet, you might not be able to get good internet. And with a book business and the margins are very low, especially this bulk book business, it matters. Enough of that love. Let's get back into this box contents video. So this is the interface for box contents, and you can see there's your shipment, there's when it was created, there's where it's going. So this is the title of the shipment that I made, which was originally 779 units, but we had some problems, and so the actual amount of units now is 766. But the first thing you do is create your first box. So you click add, and now you're in box 1. You make sure your cursor is here, and then you start scanning your inventory in, and then the number on the top will change to show how many items are in each box. Bluetooth scanners not only need to be charged or take batteries, sometimes it can be difficult for employees, which are getting paid minimum wage in California is damn near $15 an hour, to figure out technology. So just to cut that out of the equation, we just use wired barcode scanners with USB extension cords. We've done it for a decade. It works. Next thing I want you to know is we use Home Depot small boxes. We also use boxes from U-Haul, small boxes. I like U-Haul because they do free shipping, right? The price is very similar, but Home Depot, you can go get them right now if you need them. And oftentimes we run out, so we go grab them at Home Depot. Also, if you have someone who works for you that's a veteran, you can get 15% military discount. It's 10 or 15, I don't know, at Home Depot. So that's a huge savings. Home Depot, if you're watching, let's do a little influencer promo. Have your people call my people and we can be people. You feel me? Next thing you need is a scale. I recommend Dymo brand scales, something with a big platform, right? This plugs into the wall, but I like to use it with batteries just because you can move it all around and put it wherever you want. This particular one I actually like a lot because, check it out, it takes AAAs and not 9 volts. 9-volt batteries are just more expensive, and on top of that, the connector always gets ripped from people pulling it in and out. 9-volt batteries are archaic. So get a scale that takes AAAs. You'll thank me later. All the links for this stuff is going to be in the description below. So make sure you go down there and check that stuff out. If you need any of this stuff, the links are down there. Check them out. Another thing that's very important to know is that Amazon does not accept boxes over 50 pounds unless it is a single unit that weighs over 50 pounds. And since this is clearly not a single unit, do not exceed 50 pounds. As a matter of fact, we tell our team members to not go over 48 pounds, right? Because sometimes there can be an error. Part of the box could be maybe touching the outside edge. You never know. There could be a little error, and Amazon scales are much better than ours. They go to like triple digit decimal points. So, and they will send you a picture of your box on their scale proving that it was overweight and charge you and ding your account. And we don't want none of that. So we instruct our team members to not pack boxes over 48 pounds. Also important is how you pack the boxes. You need to pack the boxes very, very tightly. There should be no room for any of the books to move at all. You cannot have a chance that the items in the box can move around, because that means your box will blow up and you will lose your items. I promise you, if the books can shift in the package, it will blow up. But if you pack them properly, like I'm about to show you, you will need no packing or anything, and the books will fit perfectly. Basically, we're just gonna play Tetris. If you're good at Tetris, you're good at this. So let's start packing some books into boxes. First things first, obey your thirst, turn your scale on, put your box on the scale, and then if you're short like me, you probably want to bend down this front edge and maybe the side edges. So you got a nice entry point into your box. Let's move this over so it's not touching anything. And now let's grab some books. First things first, we are going to start with the big books, the textbooks, things that are this size. And we are going to put them in the box this way, spine down, pages up, because the spine is where the pages are glued to the book, and we don't want to put it like this because it can give the chance that they can fall out or gravity can work against you. So we always are going to pack books with the spine down and the pages up. If you have to lay them this way in a box, make sure that you put the pages towards the edge so those are protected, and the spine towards the inside, whether it's that way or this way. So we got our scanner. You're gonna grab a stack of books that are textbook sized, and we're gonna begin scanning them into ScanLister. When you hear that beep, you know that it was good. If you hear anything else or nothing, you have a problem. Now, don't go trigger happy and scan a ton of books, because remember, you can't go over 48 pounds, right? So we're gonna scan what we know is definitely less than 48, then we're gonna size them up and see what happens. And of course, the scale has a timer, so right now the scale's off, right? So we're gonna turn the scale back on, set the box back on. Now we're gonna take these books and put them in the box. Remember how I said they're going in the box? Pages up. And if you have books that are wider or taller than the other ones, put those to the outside edge. Very important they're not in the middle, screwing up your flow. Sometimes you have books that are so tall they can't fit in the box the short way. Those need to be saved to be put on the edge. I just put one in the box right now and it doesn't fit that way. So hopefully I can put it on the edge. If I can't put it on the edge, I have to remember to remove it from box 1 before I move on to box 2. Usually there is enough room to put one of those larger, longer, taller books on the side. So this box is already weighing 28 pounds, so we're just gonna put about 20 more pounds in it. Looking like the team just showed up right now. Obrigada. Good. Man, that shirt is freaking amazing. Also, this is the point where you might find some problems with some books. I did just find a problem with a book. Let me show you. This thing is nasty. I don't know how it got through, but we're not letting it get through now. So if you look on the edge, this is disgusting. This literally looks like someone pooped on the edge of this book. It is terrible. We're gonna try and clean it up. If not, we're gonna have to remove this from the shipment. No way we're sending that in. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to clean that. So we're gonna put this book to the side, and I have to remember that when we get to the end of this shipment, we're gonna be one book short or multiple books short if there's any more problem children that we find. And our export from ScanLister will not be accepted into Amazon for box contents because the units won't match. So after we export from ScanLister, we take the problem children pile, go into our FBA shipment, and delete and remove them from the shipment. Then they will match and we'll be able to go forward. That's a thumbs up. Let's take a look in the box and see what it's looking like so far. So we're not done yet, but you can see that top number change. There's now 14 units in the box, and there is 14 out of 766 items in the box. And you can actually click this thing to get a window that pops up and shows you the items that are still not boxed. So when you're packing the books, you want them to be very, very tight. You want to squeeze them in there so they're kind of pushing out a little bit on the box, but everything is held together tight, almost like it's a box full of wood. So as you can see, I got them packed pretty tight with the textbook sizes upwards with the bigger ones on the edge, but we still have this empty space here. And this is where the books that are taller than a regular textbook size or taller than the box is wide, this is where they're gonna go to fill in this void. So let's do that now, and let me show you what that looks like. This is what I'm talking about. You see this? This is perfect. This is perfect. However, it's a little heavy. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is 49.4 pounds, which of course means 50, and that is dangerous. That is dangerously high. So I'm gonna try to find another solution because this hardback book is just too heavy. Hardback books are heavier than paperback. Let's try to get some paperbacks in there. Actually, guys, I made a mistake. We all make mistakes. You can't leave this unlevel like this, right? You need to put something here or else this space will be empty, and I don't believe in adding packing paper to boxes because it's not sturdy. So again, we're gonna take out some of these heavier hardback textbooks and replace them with paperbacks, that way much less. That way we can put 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4 thicker paperbacks in here to even this out so it can be flat all the way across.
We gotta remove another hardback. That's just how it goes, guys. It's taken me way longer since I'm making a video. Also, Bezos made a desk out of a door and some 4x4s, but Reezy made a desk out of boxes of books and scrap wood that he found in the warehouse. So comment below who did it better. Picture of Bezos' desk right here, Reezy's desk. Who did it better? Don't forget that when you remove a book from a shipment because it's overweight or whatever, or you're trying to make paperback books fit because hardbacks are too heavy, that you need to go back to ScanLister, find the book, search for the FN SKU number label dealie, and exit out. And then don't forget that now your cursor is not in the data entry field. And also remember that when you hear the sound, you're good, because if I scan right now, you're not gonna hear the sound. So let's go put the cursor back into the data entry field.
Just click here where it says enter ASIN, boom, click there. Now you're ready to go again. Also very important, in between each box, coffee. All right, so change of plans. I'm gonna take out the books that are along the edge, the taller ones, because they were too wide, they were sticking up, they were requiring me to put other books on top to make it flat. Like I said, we're just playing Tetris with books, and right now the pieces didn't fit together because you have to keep it under 50 pounds. We're calling that a Tetris, and I can't make a Tetris right now with those books. So we're gonna remove the 2 extra tall, extra wide books and reserve them for basically the same thing, but when the box has more paperback or trade paperback books in it, because the way we pack books around here and the way I recommend it, first do all the textbook size books, okay? All of those. The taller ones go on the edge, and the really big square ones, we call those lids because you can put them on the top. But once you get down to just trade paperbacks and mass market paperbacks, you pack it so fast. This part takes a little bit longer, especially since I'm making a video. But enough talking, I'm gonna back to work. All right, finally, success. I backtracked a little bit. I took the one taller book out of the edge, and now we are complete. This box is ready to go. It weighs 48.4 pounds, so although it's getting close to the self-imposed limit that I make for the team members, I'm gonna break my own rules, but this box is ready to go. Let me show you what we do with the boxes when we're done. So I'm gonna show you right now how we do it, but normally we would put this to the side and start doing box 2, and then we would do the rest of the process later. In businesses or any type of thing you're doing that is a lot of the same, you need to batch the process out. So I'm showing you guys right now, but if you want to be fast, don't do this part until the end. Showed you guys, but you need to mark the box as box 1, all right? Very, very important. So the next step involves knives. Kids, make sure you ask your parents before you use a knife. Okay, you're gonna take the blade, this edge of the blade, and put it along into the corner, match it with the depth of the book, and then put the tip in the corner, right? And puncture it and cut up. Same thing on the opposite side. Now, what do? You do it to all 4 corners, and then you just fold it over like that, and you are gonna make a perfect box. Let me finish this one up for you and show you what I'm talking about. Just to be clear, I do not recommend you do this on the floor. I'm doing this so you guys can see how I'm doing it. We're gonna cut the other corners here. Then you're gonna put the knife away, fold the edge over, fold that down, fold the side down, fold the top down, and now you have yourself a perfect box, okay? Normally I would say tape it, then ship it out, but we're gonna batch process this. We tape everything at the end, and it's also important to leave them open in case you have mistakes. You won't have to cut the box back open, so it saves you from having to cut it back open, and it saves you time because you can batch process the cutting and the taping of all the boxes at the very end. Now let's put it on the scale and check the final weight. The final weight is 48.2 or 49 pounds, and that is what we're looking for. Now, when you go to ship your packages off to Amazon, whether you're doing UPS or Pallet, you still need to know how much each box weighs, and it's important to know which box it is. You can either keep a note on your phone or on a computer. I like to do it on paper. It's just quicker. So we're gonna go box 1, 49. Box weight. Box 1, 49 pounds. Now it's time for us to go to box 2. Also, don't forget to label the box weight on the box just for redundancy reasons. 49. I like to underline the weight and circle the box number. Hopefully you don't have 49 boxes in a shipment. I mean, I guess that would be good, but we're not gonna have that many. Now we're gonna go over to the computer into ScanLister, and we're gonna click the plus sign to make the second box, so we can start scanning inventory into the second box. And this is very simple. You can see over here we have 23 items in box 1. You just click add, and now we are in box 2, and make sure you put the cursor back up there. See how it's blinking? You know it's there, and you can see we scanned 23 items into box 1, and there's 23 out of 76 items have been scanned, and we're now ready to continue onto box 2. As far as getting them into the box and scanning them into the box, that procedure is basically the same. So now I'm gonna go through and do all of these. This box weighs 39.8 pounds. You can see there's a problem here with this book is much higher than the other ones. It's not gonna work, so we need to fill in this cavity, and this is what we're gonna do with the trade paperbacks. Now you can see it's nice and level. We can cut and we can fold it in and make a flat box. I will put a little piece of paper right here crumpled up just because it saves me a little bit of time, but that's not important because it has structural integrity from all 4 directions, but it's not gonna blow up. Most important part. 3 boxes down, 15, 18 more to go. Again, batch processing. Make a bunch of boxes at once. This is our wet tape machine, and currently it wasn't feeling very wet, and I noticed that there's no water in here. It's completely dry. So we're gonna go fill this up with some water. I've never had to fill this up here. I'm probably gonna have to use a cup. The angle is not the best. We're gonna have to figure out a better way to do this, but for now, we're getting it done. We need a funnel too, damn. Now I feel bad for wasting water. Who's your daddy? Cover the hole up with your thumb, put it on the rack, position it, let it do its job. It's gonna drain into here, fill the tray, which wets the brush. It wicks it up into there, and that's what wets the tape as the tape comes out. Without that, it won't be wet tape and it won't stick. All right, now that we've gotten most of the big books into boxes in the shipment, we got 7 boxes or 6 boxes of books that were mostly larger books, textbooks, oversized books, etc. And now all we have left is very tall books, not a lot of textbooks, squarish larger books out of the large books category. Of course, we have lots of trade paperback and hardback, and this is the fun part because you can pack these suckers very, very fast. So let me show you how we pack these, and we're still gonna need those big ones for lids and for tightening up the edges of the boxes. So now, packing trade paperback and hardback. That is how tight you want it. I'm gonna fix the dust jacket on this book so it doesn't get messed up. We're good now. Now, it's time to do that side. You see, it needs to be tight. Super duper tight, like that, all right? Now, we're gonna put another stack right there. The goal is to get this thing to be super perfect, like as if it was a block of wood. Now we got enough room to put 2 more stacks like this, okay? You could put a big book like this one here, a bigger hardback or larger trade paperback, and only smaller ones here. It's looking like 1 more and this thing will be a done deal. All right, sirs and ma'ams, that is how you pack an amazing box when you're down to the trade paperback and hardbacks. So now all that's left is to finish up putting the rest of the books into the boxes. Let's do it. Incoming! Hopefully that's enough boxes. Today has been crazy. Forklift mechanic showed up. Oh man, long day dealing with the forklift, running for parts. Forklift works, but it doesn't work perfectly yet. I've been documenting the whole process, so maybe in a week or so we'll be finished fixing the forklift and I'll get to release that video, which will probably be called the forklift from hell, like flames, clickbait, thumbnail, all that. But man, that was a long day. And now I'm gonna finish packing up the last of this freaking shipment, which should have been done 6 to 8 hours ago, but forklift. So here we go. So we got all of that done. Hopefully you guys appreciated that 360 time lapse courtesy of the GoPro Max. Shout out GoPro for hooking me up with that camera. They didn't pay me, but they gave me a camera and I appreciate them for that. But now there is 6 items that didn't make it into this shipment for various reasons. Either I lost them, couldn't find them, they were damaged, etc., etc. I exported the TSV file from ScanLister, the box contents file, but I also clicked the remaining items button, which brought up the 6 items that were remaining, and you can export that as well. So now that I have those exported and I'm looking at those in a spreadsheet, I have my Amazon shipment open on the other screen, and I'm actually gonna remove those 6 items, because if I don't remove those 6 items from the Amazon shipment, when I upload the box contents TSV file into Amazon, it will not accept it because it won't match. So let's do that. Unfortunately, I can't show you the screen because that would compromise some stuff. So you're just gonna have to trust me. I removed that, and now I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you accept the box contents file, or when you upload the box contents file into Amazon. I can't freaking talk. Check it out. I will tell you that it is quite annoying because you have to go to the review shipment content step, and then when it shows you the units that are in there, you have to find the ones that are on the spreadsheet by the SKU is the easiest way, and then click the X on the right side to make it disappear. But Amazon only shows you 100 at a time, so I might find one SKU on one page, and then I have to try to Control F and find all 6 SKUs on that page, and then go to page 2, and then search for the ones I didn't find, and then go to page 3, and so on and so on. So it's terrible. Amazon, why can't you just show me 1,000 at a time? Please, please. All right, now that the units match correct because I've removed them, we're gonna make sure we choose LTL, less than truckload shipping, okay? This is pallet shipping, and it's more than 1 SKU per box. We're gonna upload a file. It's a total of 20 boxes. We're gonna generate the pack list template. Now we're gonna go choose file. We're gonna choose this file, which is our TSV that we exported from the box contents, and we're gonna click upload now. Now the page is gonna reload, and you can see that the pack list is currently being processed. We're just waiting for that puppy to turn green. Green means go. Come on, there you go. So now the pack list matches and everything is successful. So let's go over here, and you could do that, but this is something that we use called AZ labels. It's a service. It's totally worth it. Just watch. So you press this, watch what happens. AZ labels says label print requested. Please wait for the PDF to be downloaded. Your job has been queued for processing and will be completed in the background. Coming up here, okay. Print job completed. Your labels are now downloading, and it should open them right up. Here's the file down here. You can see it on the desktop over here. This is how slow our internet is. It's gonna take 2 minutes to download 2.3 megabytes. So now these are gonna open up. So this is what the label looks like. I gotta cover up my address here, but you don't wanna print them to the Brother printer. You wanna print them to your Dymo 4XL or your Zebra or your Rollo printer, whatever it is that you have. So check this out. Then they just come out. Now these are the box labels. There's one on each box and they are specific to what number. So you have to make sure you get label 1 on box 1. This is how Amazon is gonna know which box is which, and they already know which contents are in which numbered boxes. So if you mix these up, it's gonna mix Amazon up and they're not gonna be very happy. But AZ Labels is totally worth it to not have to do the screenshot printing or do any of that dumb stuff, just to print it real quick in one fell swoop to your thermal printer. In this field, you need to put the pallet height, and I can tell you with the 20 boxes, it's gonna be about 36 inches. I might modify this shortly. The weight was 816 pounds without the pallet, but you add 20 pounds for the pallet to make it 836. That is the number of pallets. Make sure you pick your freight ready date. Choose the soonest date possible. I'm gonna choose tomorrow. I never choose anything here. I just let it estimate the freight class. And now you get to see what they are going to charge us. For 836 pounds, they're gonna charge us $158.69. So let's go ahead and do the math here. So 158.69 divided by 836 pounds. 18.9 cents a pound. Now that is not great. It's not amazing. From where we're at to Rialto, California, where this is going, it's about 6 hours. So that's why we're not getting an amazing deal, but it is better than shipping via UPS. Via UPS, we would pay 25 cents a pound, and we paid basically 19 cents a pound with this, and pallets are a little easier to deal with. Plus, we don't have to run them to UPS. We haven't really figured out UPS pickups here at the warehouse. It's kind of crazy. So not the best. I mean, we used to get 8 cents a pound for this same shipment 2 years ago. So fuel price went up, cost of labor went up, everything just went up. It's all the way up. So we're gonna agree and accept that 158.69 to ship off these 836 pounds. And then once that happens, you're agreeing to it, they're gonna charge you out of your Amazon account. Agree to the terms. Boom, accept charges. Now there's one more bit. It's not just the box labels. There's 4 labels you need to print on a pallet. And after you wrap the pallet, which I'll show you guys in a second, you put these labels near the top center on the outside of the pallet. So we're gonna go ahead and print those thermal labels as well, which is also gonna be done through AZ Labels. Here comes the pallet labels. Only a couple more things left to do. Put the box labels on the boxes, put the boxes on the pallet, which I got the pallet waiting out there, wrap the pallet, and then put the pallet labels on the outside and wait for the freight carrier to come pick it up. No, I'm not gonna wait here all night. I'm gonna go home. It's been a long day, but they might come tomorrow or the next day or the next day. Amazon will give you a bill of lading to print out, which is just a fancy document, way to say receipt for the freight carrier. You have to sign it and date it, and then the freight carrier signs and dates it. You each keep a copy. Amazon will email it to you and it will show up in the shipment like tomorrow or the next day after the carrier has been assigned. So let's get these things stickered. So, you like that Spider-Man hop? This is the pallet. This is the first box. Now I'm gonna go get the rest of the boxes and then wrap the pallet, sticker it, and we'll be done for the night. Yeah, about that time-lapse video of me putting the boxes on the pallet, I don't know what happened. My phone glitched out, so we don't have that video. Instead, you get to see me shrink wrapping the pallet, so cue that video. Let me know if you guys have any questions regarding this video, or if there was something that should have been in this video that wasn't in this video. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe. See you in the next one. Peace.
You'll get strangled to death as I mangle your flesh. Lights on, Nikon, which angle is best? I put you in the frame and let you hang with the rest. Call it photo finish as we diminish your last breath. And if the Sabbath is the day of the Lord, then my style of rap is like the way of the sword. Better sharpen your blade, I'm coming straight for your door. I see the devil in your